Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Sorry, it took me a second because I missed yesterday. I'm back. I'm okay. Don't worry. No worries here. Just had to take care of some, I journaled yesterday and a lot started happening, and I had to take care of that and get it out of the way so that I could get it up and out, right? Always, like I say, up and out. So yesterday I said we were going to have a different kind of self-care. And I know it's Thursday, but we're still going to go with yesterday's topic, and it was a meme that I saw from self-care recipe. It's selfcare.recipe on Instagram. Okay, so I was just scrolling one day and I saw this and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so good. So even though it's not Self-Care Wednesday and it is maybe pseudo Self-Care Wednesday by being Self-Care Thursday, we're gonna end this, the 4 days as topics with something I think really good that we can carry into the weekend and hopefully beyond. Okay, so it's titled "You're Human. It's Normal to ... the ellipsis, right? ... So you're human. It's normal to be sad from time to time for no reason. Or maybe there's a reason, so journal about it. And I have a lot of tells when I know that there's something that's really trying to come up and out of me. I talked about them before, but yeah, so just, pay attention to the signs. If you're feeling something, you're like, gosh, I don't know where this came from. Where is this coming from? Maybe you got to get it out. Now, most phones nowadays will have journals on them, or notepads on them or whatever. You can write it in a journal, you can write it in a note, you can do whatever the heck you want to do as long as you get it up and out of you. So that's the very, very important thing, getting it up and out. The next one, you're human. It's normal to not have everything together. One of the worst things I find about we humans is that we always like to look at what's going on around us. And some of us like to compare our lives to what's going on around us. Maybe people the same age that might seem like they have it more together than us. But take into consideration the things that you've been through throughout your life. And, not everybody goes through some of the things that trauma-brained people do. So, you know what? If you're breathing today, be proud of yourself. If you woke up and got out of bed today, be proud of yourself. If you just woke up today and you can't get out of bed, still be proud of yourself. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm here. It's another day. I'm going to take care of myself. But, I'm going to figure out what I need to do to get myself motivated and to get myself going. Okay. So, again, not everyone's going to have everything together. So you're human. It's normal to feel unsure, confused, or not know. Life can be overwhelming. So, because of that, we're not always going to know. Right? We might get confused from time to time. We might feel a little overwhelmed by a lot of different things, and that's okay. That's going to happen. That's life. Life happens to the best of us. Even that person that you think might have it all together, they may go home and go, wow, that was a rough day of just trying to fake it till you make it. So you never know, right? You never know. The next one, you're human. It's normal to feel ugly some days and cute other days. So the ironic part is, and I'm not sure if this has happened to anyone else, but there would be days I hated my hair, I hated my makeup, I hated my outfit, but I'd go into work and somebody would be like, oh my God, I love everything from head to toe. And then, of course you do the typical dance. I mean, that doesn't mean that I don't think this about you on other days, but today, wow, right? And you're sitting there going, what are they seeing that I'm not seeing? So we're going to have those days. We're going to have those days where we just don't feel bright and shiny. But you know what? That's okay, because we're going to have those days where we're like, yeah, doing that strut, doing that walk, just like, and, and nobody may say anything at all. So, yeah, sibling and I know. So thank you, sibling. But, sorry, it's an inside joke, sort of, about, my shirt. But yeah, anyways, so some days you're gonna, you're human. It's normal to feel ugly some days and cute the other days. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm not using numbers on this, first of all, there were no numbers on this. Secondly, I don't want to label a number because some people may take things literally and go, oh, well, that's the first one. So, like from best to worst, and you're kind of like, eh. So I just want people to kind of just hear this. And I will post this meme in the comments of the Facebook Live. All right. So, let's see. You're human. It's normal to have been unprepared for how things turned out. Yeah, that's normal. Sometimes life will throw you curveballs and you may have a plan, but that doesn't mean that it's going to come to fruition. It might come close. Or for some people, it may be, Johnny on the spot, right? But it doesn't happen for everybody. In fact, I probably would guess that's a rare occurrence. And the person that everything happened in line and in order, maybe they just have such a good outlook on life, or maybe they have such a positive outlook on life that they may not have even noticed that something may have redirected them into this, in this way. Maybe they had their sights on, going to college and being, job A, and then something inspired them and they're like, you know what? I'm only in my first year. I'm going to switch. And then they go to job B, and then that becomes their lifelong passion, or maybe they started from, a very young age. You never know. Okay. So it's normal to have been unprepared for how things turned out. The next one, you're human. It's normal to have tough days. I know we kind of talked about that right up here, where be sad from time to time for no reason. Those could be the tough days too. How we approach those days, how we look at those days, how we kind of just push through those days can really make the difference in how that day turns out. Yeah, it could be a tough day. Maybe you had a bad dream, maybe you stubbed your toe, maybe things at home felt like they were in chaos before you left and you're just kind of frazzled and harried on your way to work, and maybe you're still that way. Maybe there was an accident on the freeway and now you're stuck in traffic, you're going to be late for work. And if you're anything like me, that just freaks you out because I do not like to be late. And, there's just a lot of different things can lead to tough days. Take a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, let it out. Because carrying that with you, it may unintentionally whap other people. And that's not something you want to do. You don't want to piss other people off, right? You don't want to push your bad mood onto somebody. Or if there's someone you trust, just vent to them. Or if you're in the car stuck, and you have someone you can call, vent to them. Okay, just vent to them. Just call them and say, hey, or just, open up that note tab, hit the mic so that you're not using your phone while you're driving, and just, talk it out into your phone. Talk it out into that notepad on your phone and just say, hey, you know what? La, 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 la. But just get it up and out. Okay, just get it up and out. Because not every day we're going to be able to turn around. But the way we view it, the way we carry our perspective through it, can really make a difference if we carry it into the next day. Because sometimes I've been known to carry it into the next day and it just felt like it was something that was just out of control when I probably maybe had control over it. Sometimes we don't, right? Sometimes it's just going to be what it is. But if we can keep it on an even level, especially if you have a dinged up mental health, right? Then you give yourself a better chance of not spiraling into it or not really sinking any lower into it. So you're human. It's normal to not always be happy. Some of these just feel like they're repeating themselves, don't they? But that's the same thing. You don't always have to put on a brave face. All right. If you're not feeling all that shiny and someone says, hey, what's wrong? Well, just got a lot going on, and if you don't want to elaborate, and if they say, oh, well, what's going on? Well, I really don't want to talk about it, but thank you for asking. You don't have to be rude, like, really, it's none of your business. Just say, you know what, I really don't want to talk about it, but thank you for asking. I appreciate it. And, if I open, this is what I would say. If I feel like opening up later, if you don't mind, maybe I'll come talk to you. And sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you may not even know what's wrong with you. I would be honest about that too. It's like, yeah, I just don't know what's going on with me today. I'm just not feeling it. So, but you don't have to take it out on other people. That's what I'm trying to say. Because that can get a little dangerous, right? You're walking a fine line there. You're not feeling good. But just look at it this way. I know it can get annoying when people constantly say, oh, are you okay? Because, maybe you're this normally happy, cheery person, or maybe you're this person who's transitioning from doing the fake it till you make it to this is how I am. Some days I have bad days, some days I have good days. but my good days outnumber my bad days, and maybe people notice. And all you have to really say is, what I would say is, like, yeah, I really don't know what's going on today. I'm not feeling my shiny self today. But when, like I was circling back, what I was saying is, if people constantly ask you, just know that they care. Okay? Because a lot of people could just walk right by you and not say a damn thing. So if somebody's asking you, are you okay? Just know that they care. And if they keep asking you over and over and over again, like once every hour, just tell them, you know what? If I knew what I could do for myself, I would have done it by now, but thank you. And then, ask them to let it go. So, let's see. You're human. It's normal to fluctuate in weight. Weight fluctuations, right? This is the big one for me. I'm going to do a talk on body positivity next week. Those are one of the ideas I had that wasn't really sticking because I didn't really know. I think I was too involved in the subject, a little too miffed because of the different things you see. And, you have one perspective way over here, you have another one way over there. And truth be told, especially if you're on a weight journey, remember this. If you're working out, muscles weigh more than fat. So if you are on a health journey, if you're on a health journey to get yourself more fit, maybe you need to be more fit to, for your body, maybe for your blood or, your blood work, or maybe things are going a little awry inside of you. The best way to measure your loss is by measuring yourself. Okay, measure your arms, measure your waist, measure your neck if you want to, measure whatever, because those are the things that are really going to show you. The scale doesn't always mean a damn thing, because like I said, muscle weighs more than fat. So again, you're human. It's normal to fluctuate in weight. You might yo-yo a little bit, but even if it's just a little bit here or a little bit there, please don't panic. Okay, please don't panic. You will get there. Just keep moving forward. All right. And the last one, you're human. It's normal to be more productive on some days and less on others. Any woman who has ever had a period knows that this can be a problem. One time a month, 1 week a month, we're pretty much hanging on by a thread, doing our best. And we may not be at our most productive. We're trying. But yeah, I mean, for me, oh my God, just there's very specific days for me. My second day is always my worst. And I tell you, I cannot put two thoughts together on those days. And, not to be TMI, but this is a thing. This is a thing, especially when you have hormone fluctuations, right? Or, maybe you're a kid in puberty and, you're trying to balance your body out because it's something new. Well, it's the same when you get older. You're trying to balance your body with all these, hormonal changes, and it can be very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. So I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's just like, damn, seriously. It's like, why does being a human sometimes have to be so hard? But it is. And, but it can be easy too, right? Because we just talked about that. Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is we kind of make each situation what it is. Okay? We are, yes, going to have bad days. Yes, we're going to have some days where we're not always happy. We're going to have days where we're sad from time to time. Maybe you've lost someone. Maybe something's happening in your life. Maybe you're going through something. You don't have to fake it till you make it. You are human. You're going to be sad from time to time. Sometimes you're going to be sad for no reason. And chances are there may be a reason why you're sad. But if it's not, if you're not a journaler, say a word, if you're not a person that journals, just try to figure it out. Okay. I kind of disagree with this. It's, you're human. It's normal to be sad from time to time for no reason. There is usually a reason why you were sad, but it just may not be something that you're completely aware of. Maybe you saw a butterfly and it reminded you of someone that's no longer in your life. And that doesn't mean they're dead. That just means maybe they're no longer in your life, right? You might have seen something and like, but that's a reason. So, when we say not always happy, I would say that sometimes for no reason. Maybe you're just kind of like, in like that emoji with his eyes closed, just going, like that. Yeah, that one. Kind of like meh. We're gonna have those meh days, and that's okay. That's okay. You're human. You're human. We have emotions. We have these things in us called hormones, and sometimes our hormones. Seriously, can I talk today? Sometimes our hormones go crazy, and we have no idea why. Maybe it's something you ate. Maybe it's something. Maybe your body's changing because you're exercising. It's a lot of different things. You can go for a walk. Sometimes the endorphins help build up that serotonin, right? Get your brain pumping and maybe put you in a little bit of a more level mood. But if you're not up to that, it's okay to just sometimes be blah. All right. Don't turn it into a habit. Don't just, be a couch potato forever to the point where you grow roots. But it's okay to be a couch potato from time to time. So, oh, brother from another mother's on. Sometimes I just want to slap him. Haha, what moans? Okay, so there's the joke, right? I know where he's going with this. I'm almost positive I know what he's going with this. This is a very off-color joke, so don't. Okay, this is an adult joke. How do you make a hormone? I'll let you think about that for a second. How do you make a hormone? Ready? You don't pay her. See what I mean? Terrible, terrible joke. I know I'm laughing, but this is a joke I learned when I was 10. Because I'm like, I don't get it. And okay, seriously, I got the joke before I got what hormones were. But anyways, I know, I'm sorry for that one. I apologize for that one. But, what do you want? I grew up in the 80s. Born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. It's not my fault. Gen X are straight up here, okay? You're going to tell it like it is. So anyways, let's go over this one last time. Again, from selfcare.recipe on Instagram. You're human. It's normal to be sad from time to time. You're human. It's normal to not have everything together. You're human, so it's normal to feel unsure, confused, or not know. Remember, life can be overwhelming. Oh, Troy didn't know that one. That's pretty funny. Well, now you do. So, God, really? You did not know? I'm sorry. Okay, so anybody watching this later, these are, I go live first, but I'm sitting here just kind of having a conversation with somebody. I'm only reading what they're typing. And all I can think is, you have never heard that joke? I learned that one in grade school. Anyway, so this is the funny part. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to 8th grade. And that's where I learned the joke. It's also where I learned all the swear words. Besides the parents. Every parent swears from time to time. But, yeah. Not high school. I went to public high school, but not high school. Don't think Catholic school is always so prim and proper. But, anyways, my mother's probably turning in her grave. Well, she would if she wasn't cremated. But, God, okay, this is getting super dark. Troy said those are the ones to watch out for. They are the ones to watch out for. I'm telling you, there was some scandalous gossip going on when I was in school, especially when I was in junior high in school. Anyway, let's try this again. You're human. It's normal to be sad from time to time, not have everything together, feel unsure, confused, or not know, feel ugly some days and cute other days, have been unprepared for how things turned out. He's so funny. Mom laughed at that one. I bet she did. Have tough days, not always be happy, fluctuation in weight, be more productive on some days, less on others. So I love that when Troy said Mom laughed at that one. I'm glad that made her laugh, because it was a pretty good one. That is a pretty good one. So, anyways, yeah. So it's okay to not have all your shit together. It really is. It's okay to not have it all together. It's okay to be sad on some days. It's okay to be happy on other days. As you know, yesterday, this was supposed to be yesterday's topic for Self-Care Wednesday. I had to do some of my own self-care. I went live last Wednesday. I probably should have taken care of myself, but I really wanted to make a point to show people that, we're going to have bad days. And I don't want to come on here on my live and just pretend like everything's, oh, la, 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 la. Okay, there's a lot of great people out there that I do follow that, just come on and say, hey, and they're usually all put together and they're in good places and they have these great messages, but they've been through a lot of that stuff already and they're just sharing it. And eventually I will get to that place. But I do have a dinged up mental health. And I think it's very important to show people that, even when we have a dinged up mental health, we are really no different than anybody else. Some people are. Some people have way worse diagnosis than I do. Okay, I mean, I feel like I got lucky with my being on the spoke of the mental health umbrella that I'm on. But again, we are going to have good days. We're going to have bad days. And I think it's important for people to know to not judge people, not stigmatize people. The whole point of advocating for mental health is to help end the stigma of mental health, of depression, of the whole umbrella. The more people we get help, the less issues we might have in this world, because people are getting the proper help they need. It's not about pride. It's about taking care of yourself. All right. Having a kid in therapy, having a parent in therapy, having a brother or sister in therapy, that should not be a source of embarrassment. That should be a sense of pride, because that person knows what they need to do to take care of themselves. And that is very, very important. And you don't even have to have a dinged up mental health to go to therapy, okay? Therapy is a very safe space for you to talk to someone who is completely separated from your life, to vent, to say, hey, you know what? I'll just use an example, okay? I'm not going to name names, but I'll use an example. You're taking care of a parent who might have declining mental capabilities. And that could be a little frustrating as well, right? This is just an example I'm giving. I'm not saying you have to go to therapy, but what I'm saying is that could be very depleting on the soul. That could be very draining. It could be, it could bring up every single emotion that you have: sadness, anger, impatience, joy, happiness, finding, those shiny, sparkly moments, those fleeting, sparkly moments that might just bring you joy, and both of you joy. And then the next minute you could be going, oh my God, this again. So a lot of times that happens. It's okay. We are human. We're going to get frustrated. We are human. We're going to have those sparkly moments. We are human. We're going to have emotions. And those are okay. Okay. We don't live in the day and age where you have to hide them anymore. People may call you names. Screw them, because you know what? You're in touch with who you are. You know who you are. And that's what's important. The most important opinion that will ever matter in your life is the one that you have of yourself. And it needs to be a good one. Look at yourself in the mirror and remind yourself, I deserve to be here. I am a good person. And you know what? I love myself. And it's okay to have that self-love. Self-love is how we give. It's what fills up that cup. We cannot, I don't want to say serve, because, that just doesn't sound right. But we cannot give from an empty cup, right? So we have to fill it up with that self-care, with that self-love, with that self-worth, so that we can provide from a full cup without depleting everything that we have in ourselves. All right. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what it's going to be. We did the guidance last week, so it's either going to be the Aloha Oracle tomorrow. I'm going to throw some Hawaiian stuff at you. Either way, it'll be one or the other, okay? But I will be here. Even if I have to push myself, I will be here tomorrow. All right? So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. See you back here tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All lives are public. Anybody can watch. Again, I'm sorry for not coming on yesterday. I was not in a good place. I was doing okay till about 8 o'clock, and then all of a sudden I journaled and poof, I just went in a whole different direction than I should not have gone. But actually should have, but probably could have handled it a little better, and I did not. So, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.